Essa foi por pouco.
Tranquila.
What have you done with him?
I'd done them enough favors. I didn't need to give them more.
Rodrigo was too rich a prize for them to throw away. Sure, I'd have to work hard to get him back, but I knew the bad guys would want the boss alive almost as much as I did.
They weren't far ahead. Once I opened the door, I'd actually have to come up with a plan. Another parking lot rattling with gunfire. Was I too late?
It's gonna be all right, Mr. Bronco!
I hadn't seen it coming, but that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. The doors... Son of a bitch!
Pega! Que porra você tá fazendo?
They were headed for the helicopter.
She's making a run for it!
Come on, get him over! Thanks for leaving me to fight for myself in there, Max!
You were after the girls, not you!
Ooh, you're gonna lose her!
Eu não disse que eu ia te pegar. Se foi fácil de me...
She's headed inside!
Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso. Filho da mulher de ferro.
Foi por isso que viemos aqui.
O serrano vai cortar nosso saco se ela escapar.
Vou gostar de matar essa puta.
Tem muita coisa que eu gostaria de fazer com ela.
This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos? We were two failed cops failing miserably at being bodyguards.
Max!
Come on.
What's happening? Where were you?
Are you all right?
What do I look all right?
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here.
Where is he? It's Raul!
Giovanna! What are you doing?
So what am I, the button pusher? Where the hell's he going?
What we got here?
Does he have the money?
Heads up! Here come his friends. Something tells me we're heading in the right direction. Son of a bitch. You okay?
About the same as before. Looking forward to getting out of this shithole.
Let's go, Max.
It didn't sound like we were the only ones getting shot at. Who the hell had tipped these guys off? I didn't know what to think anymore. This town had more smoke and mirrors than a strip club locker room.
You need to see this!
I didn't give a damn about the money, but I knew what would happen to Fabiana if the wrong people got paid.
Asshole!
Já estava passando da hora de dar uma...
Here's someone.
It was time to introduce our sniping pal to something more intimate and short range.
Look, I'll deal with the guys on the other side of the fence. You take the others.
Whatever you say.
Filho da puta!
All right, I'm inside. Looks like a VIP lounge or something. I'm gonna check it out.
Neves vai nos matar, hein? Se a gente não voltar com dinheiro, hein? Quem é a menina? Ah, alguma...
Não cessem de atirar, rapaziada!
What are you doing, Max?
I don't know. Looking for something that ain't here, I guess.
Engole essa!
Hey, look out! You got another sniper on you! Is that what you call running? Come on, Max! Move!
Okay, I'm in.
making a run for it! That was too close. I'm getting inside before any more show up.
And clear, Max.
Okay, I'm going up.
Good. Make it quick.
Believe me, I ain't gonna drag this out. We'd half destroyed Sao Paulo's most hallowed place of worship. Looking back, it was strange how the cops never showed up, but things had a habit of only making sense to me, looking back long after I'd run out of time to fix them.
I see you. Right on top of him. Jump the railing.
This is a bad idea.
I don't know why I did it.
Keep your head down!
I know he brought a fucking army down here.
You're in lockdown!
Stop. I told you to stop. We're fine.
What do you mean we're fine? Come on, huh? We're not fun. Fuck.
I ain't waiting to see who else shows up. Come on! Fuck you, you fucking fuck!
It was hard seeing Brewer go out like that. But I got to thinking, it was what he was waiting for. A chance to make a difference. At least that's what helps me sleep at night. Up and out. Scramble away from what's left of your life over dead bodies and a few loose roof tiles. If I thought things through, I may have sat down and let myself burn right there.
Blow his fucking hands out.
Goddamn trigger!
No worries.
All right, guys, let's look alive. We're gonna get this prick. Come on, I want to hear some motivation. Let's go.
Hey, what was that?
What was what?
I heard something.
Kinda
Up there!
Up where?
Up there!
What you bitching? No, there he is! Shoot him!
God damn it!
There were wrecks all around.
and not the kind you fix up for a weekend project. These were the wrecks you crossed the road to avoid.
And they're always one step ahead.
They don't need to second guess us when they're covering all the angles.
Give me some cover!
Fancy seeing you here.
We got a way down to the street.
I'm fine with the leather.
There's plenty here, going begging.
This don't show the blood so much.
Always in moderation.
How's this look?
So far, I'd managed to keep a low profile, a bit out of character for a guy who's only comfortable with a bottle of whiskey or a gun in his hand. I'd seen enough to know that Fabiana was at least alive. I didn't want to think about what would be happening on that video feed now. Just my own imminent camp. I had to keep moving. I hoped that... That was the chair that she had been held in. I had just missed. There she was, right in front of me. The drunk fool who wanted to make a play. I had just about enough sense to know that I'd end up with another dead girl in my arms if I did. I opened the door to the next circle of this low-rent hell. I hadn't seen Fabiana in a worrying amount of time, but at least I wasn't following a trail of her fingers.
shit! More company!
Sorry, she's alive?
How much longer? I don't know.
Ah! Fuck! That way!
I see it!
Fuck, Max!
That boat is blocking us from the one we need! I can't get a shot on Fabiana's!
Oh, shit!
You see her? Stay on that boat! Almost, buddy, almost! We need to get past that decoy boat!
Fuck, man! One of the engines is gone! Give me a second!
Second is about all we got.
On, come on! Over there, man, over there!
Keep her steady. Making progress.
That gate concentrates bullets when you pass my head! Shit, look out, horrible!
Come on!
You come the fuck on! Hey! Hey, that's them! We're back!
We're nearly there, pal. They got an armada out here! The place was crawling. How many guys they got?
How many poor kids want nice sneakers? It ain't hard to hire. Hey, we're on them again!
Screwed. We're not coming this close to let her go.
I'm afraid this shit's gonna come down to more than willpower.
Get me next to them!
Hey! Gonna hit the pier! Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Get down behind the desk, now, both of you.
The real security guards had been run off, paid off, or bumped off. That left us. It wasn't a fantastically comforting thought.
Oh shit!
Are we dead?
No such luck. We gotta go.
It's through here.
Hey.
Vai, atira! Mete bala, mete...
Get out of here!
Come on, move.
Bronco's office overlooked the atrium. I could check in and make sure he hadn't checked out.
Max!
There it went. He was tucked up safe. Now I needed to make it to the lobby to complete my sweep of the building, for what that was worth. Perfect. If I wasn't immolated, I was gonna get crushed to death. Look at me. I've been contracted to protect two people. One was being held in some hole. The other was sitting at his desk with a bullet in his head. And the company that had its logo on my paycheck was melting on top of my head. There's no way one bomb could have done all this. Unless the place was made of gasoline. This whole joint must have been rigged. Rodrigo or not, Fabricas Bronco is falling apart quite literally. Despite his manners, I'd done him a favor. This didn't look like a room where Rodrigo closed multi-million-dollar deals. It looked like a fiery hellhole. So much for a lazy Sunday afternoon. My next trick would be a high wire act with a fiery pit for a safety net. It was nice that no one was shooting at me for a change, but I'd take shot in the head over a slow roast on a spit any day of the goddamn week. Jesus, what a fucking creep. It was Monday afternoon, and I'd already been thrown out of a party, gone to a strip club, and got into a bar fight. This latest midlife crisis was certainly ticking all the boxes.
Parou, gringo! Não sei. Tô vendo porra nenhuma. A gente desce ou não? Foda-se! Isso aí já era, não vale a pena não. Cobertura! Não vai vazar não, hein?
The fireworks display was clearly in my honor, making sure everyone knew to roll out the red carpet for their surprise guest. I could hear a woman screaming. I thought I'd found Fabiana, but instead I'd stumbled across some testosterone fest. A bunch of young...
This was going to be a safe medical detox.
These bastards looked different. Tougher,
There was no
more
need
capable.
to announce my
They
arrival
didn't
in
look
that
like
part of
Serrano's
town.
boys,
I'd
but I
drawn
could tell
more
it was
than
moving
enough
up the
attention
food chain.
already.
I hoped Fabiana wasn't going to be served up come feeding time.
Ele tá aqui, caralho! Acorda, acorda, acorda! Vai, vai, vai! Vamos conversar!
Fala alguma coisa, rapaz!
Mete a mão no gatilho com gosto!
That much security, it had to be Serrano's pad. Since I was in the neighborhood, I figured he wouldn't mind if I dropped in and thanked him personally for his hospitality. It wasn't like he wasn't expecting me.
If I could get back to Passos, we'd be in a slightly better position to handle this situation. I knew I shouldn't have gone there, and that Passos might have to pay the price for my sentimentality.
Got the energy for an encore? Let's move!
Hey, come on. Hey, wake up. Let's go.
Passos had put some distance between himself and the goons. I meant to follow. The longer they had us split up, the more chance they had of picking us off.
Hey, look, man.
All right? Hey, thanks, bro! Max, man! I owe you! Up in the tower!
This is the only way through.
If I lay down cover, can you move up on him?
That's anyone's guess.
Your body ain't gonna bury itself. Dig, motherfucker!
The morgue. How appropriate.
Hey, psst, this way. Up there. Go on, go, go, go.
You can go first.
All right, gentlemen, thank you.
This place looks about as good as any to make a stand.
At least the coroner won't have to go far to go to...
Shoot him already!
Blast that son of a bitch!
Please, kill him!
Can't move here, Max! You gotta get up there and take him out!
adorar te matar.
The odds of me getting out of there alive, let alone Giovanna and Marcello, were narrowing with every passing second. Still alive, and still not all that happy about it. Why did the easy way out never come? Maybe I thought I didn't deserve it.
Você tá me tirando, porra! Alguma coisa, seu filho da...
I had no option but to take the charmers weren't there to make a couple of arrests. They were bussing them out by the dozen. But who was I to cast judgment on proper police procedure and justifiable use of force?
Não posso esperar pra sair daqui. História de merda. Eles nunca aprendem a lição. Traficantes e viciados, né? Espero o quê?
Eu mesmo vou te enterrar! Continue atirando! Continue atirando! Continue andando!
Get down. Stay out of sight.
Disperse e procure por toda parte. Temos que achar a menina e o homem.
Atira nele! Abre fogo, abre fogo!
You okay?
Yeah. I can't do this! Oh my god, Max!
Come on.
Me dê cobertura!
I can't see a way down here either!
There has to be something.
Oh my god! Look out!
Ali! Pera! Tá lá, menina! Vem!
I can't hold on!
so. There must be a way to drop those stairs down.
Wait a second. I'm going to try something.
Good. Come on. Let's get the hell away from here. Go on, it's okay. I'm right behind you.
There's someone down there.
Our day had started with us hiding in filth, and got progressively worse. My luck was running true to form. Or rather, I was running true to form.
Should we wait here for bosses?
Not safe. Come on.
Max,
Quiet!
you're the one breaking in.
No, you're the one breaking in. Here, I'm here. It's okay.
I can't control this thing!
You're doing fine!
Oh my god!
Try to stay calm! Keep going!
I don't know what I'm doing!
Just keep your foot on the gas!
Cuidado! What's that?
Careful! Try to keep us straight!
Sorry! Meu Deus! Oh no! Ah! Max!
Yeah, I see it.
Sorry! What's that?
Try to stay calm!
I can't do this, Max! Look, Patos!
Just drive! Hold on! The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS. Fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. Breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
Necesito cobertura!
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone.
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel, vení para acá!
Daphne's ship was always stocked. I spotted Pat. There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. There's gotta be a reason why they're going across the canal. What I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
¡Este gringo loco!
I needed something to help me adjust to being back on land.
Mesma coisa.
Cuidado, ele está vindo nessa direção!
Caralho! Que? Caralho!
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man. This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now. Even I could guess what Demolisal meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. I'd seen some dark shit in my time. I guess so. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Está me achando um cara de babaca? Por favor, por favor. Eu te... Acaba com isso!
kid had had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision. Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. And of course, they were headed my way. If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer. I still didn't know. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell, and my eyes and throat burned. Another pile of bodies, and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past.
Ele me mata!
Atira pra matar!
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken...
Puta que pariu! Você tá vivo, velho?
Hey! You are doing so well! You had to go and spoil it! Thank you for all the fine work! I'll think of you when I get my promotion!
Felt like my vacation was coming to an end. These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on. It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express. The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Look! There's a whole team of them! Passenger side! I don't know how much more we can take! Shit! Get up! Come on, Max! They're gonna kill us! Aye! Shit!
That about sums it up.
We need to clear the runway!